Hello, I'm going to walk you through the Azure Marketplace installation of Rancher Prime on Azure AKS to manage your Kubernetes clusters. Rancher delivers everything teams need to deploy, run and manage their containerized workloads anywhere, from data center to hybrid cloud to the edge. Rancher Prime supports any CNCF certified Kubernetes distribution, including all public cloud distributions. It's built on the community Rancher platform and offers additional capabilities for the enterprise. On the screen you see a few highlights, and for more details please have a look at rancher.com. We also need to check some prerequisites. So let's see. We need to have Azure credentials. I think that's quite clear. You should have installed some local tools, and you should think about the sizes of the cluster. And lastly, we need also some external things to set up. So we need to have a full qualified domain name for Rancher so that it's accessible. Also an ingress solution is needed for that. And we should have certificates or a certificate manager installed for secure communication. The flow, what we need to do is quite simple. We need to set up AKS, and we need to install an ingress so that we can access AKS, and then we are ready to install Rancher Prime for the marketplace. It will deploy a pay-as-you-go-like offering built via your Azure contract. The architecture, how it looks like at the end. So the green box is our deployment. You see the AKS, and this is where we install Rancher into. And with this install, there's also a so-called billing adapter installed, which makes it possible that you get billed over your Azure account. So let's switch over to the Azure portal. We will search for Rancher, and we will get two offerings back. You need to pick the one where you can see a price tag, as it depends on the country where your Azure account gets built. Click on the tab Usage Information to get the install document by clicking the link with the setup guide. Let's check here. So we need an AKS cluster, we need an ingress, and a resolvable full qualified domain name. As I don't have anything of this right now, so I will use a small script which creates a resource group, the AKS cluster, an ingress, and a certificate manager to automate the management and issuance of a TLS certificate. It's quite straightforward, so let's have a quick look. So we create a resource group in the location. We create two nodes, and then we create the AKS cluster, store our credentials to access it via kubectl, and after that we install an ingress. Use Nginx for that here, and we install the certificate manager, and at the end we make sure that everything is installed. So let's run that. I will do a fast forward here because it will take a while, not too long, but more easy to see on this and don't need to wait. So now we have the AKS cluster installed, and we need to set a DNS name for the public IP where it was created. So let's check which IP was created. So for this, we're looking into the AKS cluster under the services and ingresses. The installation also creates an managed resource group, and this is where we need to set the name. But let's first go back and let's check what IP address we need to use to be sure that we pick the right one. So it's this one with the 31 at the end from the Nginx controller, going back to the managed resource group and to the Kubernetes public IP address. Yes, this is the same one. So we can click on configuration and provide a DNS name label here. And so, because this is a default for every public IP address, and you can also use your own. But here for the demo, I use this what Azure provides for me. And with that, we can start deploy our rancher. So we have rancher AKS, we have an ingress, we have a DNS name. So we can look up the marketplace. Again, searching for rancher, you need to choose the one where you see a price tag, because the offering depends on the billing country of your Azure account. Simply pick the one where you see a price tag. And so let's start creating it. We need to pick the resource group we've created before via the script, similar for the cluster name. Then we also need to enter a name for the deployer, which will install rancher in the billing adapter. And here, as the host name, we need to provide what the name and full qualified domain name we have set up before. And as last, we can create a bootstrap password, so we don't need to read it from the installation. So if we can remember it or memorize it, it's much more simple. I also will do here a fast forward of the run, because it also takes quite a while. So, and we'll see everything live, but fast forward. And after that is ready, we can log in to our Rancher Prime offering the first time. So it's close to be ready, and we can go to the resource group and have a look what additional gets deployed. So click on our AKS cluster and simply look at the namespaces or the services and ingresses. You will see additional things here. The cattle rancher deployer, and it's still running in the background that everything comes up. So the cattle system is the namespace where rancher itself got installed. So with the full qualified domain name we have created for the installation, we can log into our rancher management front end. As we're using self-signed certificates, you will get a warning from the browser. But now you get the initial login screen. We need to enter the password we have set during the deployment. And with that, we will see the Rancher Prime control panel. The local cluster is where we have Rancher installed to. So this is our AKS. And we can see here the details, provider Azure AKS, Kubernetes versions. We have 2 nodes, and you see a few details of the cluster. So that are the 2 pools we have created. And so you can install from the application marketplace inside of Rancher additional workloads. You can also enter your own 2 repositories and adding things here. But now you're ready to use Rancher and maybe deploy other Kubernetes clusters. Thanks a lot for watching and have a lot of fun.